All right. So, okay. Were you guys able to pick up the book?
Yeah.
Organizing tomorrow today. So, first of all, I was kind of pleasantly surprised at like how good it is. And at first, I thought it would be super boring, and I really wasn't interested in it. And I like that there's kind of like the positive mindset thing in there too, and positive psychology. And quite honestly, that whole like attacking things one step at a time, and that's really kind of the goal of these core groups. Oh, so I have something kind of cool to share with you guys too. So Colleen has been doing this in her other leg, so she was doing it with Jody's team, and they started like 4 weeks before I did. And in this little group that she has just like this, one of them has earned their Lexus already, and one of them is going to earn their Lexus in the next 2 days. Like, how freaking crazy is that? So, and that's just it. These little baby steps, one step at a time to get us to the next level. And that's kind of what the book is exactly about too. Like, just it's hard to look at the big picture and say like, I'm going to sign up 50 grant partners. I'm going to make $50,000, and I'm going to do blah 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 blah. Like, no, just look at one step in front of you. So that being said, were you guys able to kind of like rethink about, or maybe even write down or evaluate your whys? Have you guys given that any thought in the past 2 weeks, week and a half? And if so, anybody care to share their why, if it's changed or not? And you certainly don't have to, but if anybody wants to. Not all at once, though, if you guys could just calm down a little.
I sent mine to Jan, but I don't know where it is other than a picture on my phone now.
So listen, and that's fine. You don't have to, but you don't have to share it. But I do want you guys to be thinking about it, and not only that, I kind of want you guys to give yourselves a reminder every day, and whether it's like I said, I did a call before this, and one of the girls was like, "Yeah, my why is to help people change their lives," and I was like, "That's awesome. Like, that's great." Now, you can't post a picture of that, but if your why is something that you can, like, whether it's a dream house or to not have to work or something that you can, like, post a picture of, print it up, or put it on your screensaver or post it on your mirror or something, like, just give yourself that reminder every day. And whether it is to help change other people's lives, that's awesome. I don't know what keeps making that. So, all right. Nobody has to share their why, but just so you know, next time, if anybody wants to, you certainly can. Have you guys, and does anybody want to share, thought about their 3 month kind of wish where they would like to be, whether it's their rank or financial for the next or where they want to be in 3 months?
Yeah. I need to hit senior director. Enough is enough.
So Pam, like, so
really enough.
Listen, I watched one of Jody's Zooms. This kind of exact thing, and so mark my words, it's Christina Birchmeyer. So she's got to hit in the next 2 days. She was like, okay, so I'm a director now, and I really want to be senior director in 3 months, but I don't know if it's going to happen because I only have one leg, and I don't think it's possible for 3 months. But that's my goal, and that's where I want to be. So that was 4 weeks ago, and she is going to hit by March 1st. Wow. Like, literally, I watched that, and I was like, oh my gosh. So
she did tonight.
She hit?
Yeah. She just did a little while ago.
I've been glued to my phone or computer for probably 6 hours.
Yeah, it was just announced a little while ago.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. I got to message her. Like, now I'm even more excited. So anyways, Pam, awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it because I've got you were saying why it's huge. Okay. It's huge and it keeps changing. And I've got, there's too much going on that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Watch.
I love it. So this is recorded, so we can watch it.
Yeah.
In 1 month, 1 month. So that being said, I do want you guys to all be thinking about that. Like I said, your rank, or whether it's, I want to make $2,000 a month, whatever it is. But I want you guys to say that to yourselves every morning when you wake up. I am going to be senior director. I'm going to be national marketer. Like, I want you guys, or I am. I'm a national marketing director. I'm a senior. Well, make it more wherever you want to be in 3 months. I am a senior director, and say that to yourself every morning when you wake up. Clear, I know, but it works. So that being said, and kind of along the lines of this book, so I want you guys to be thinking about, and hopefully I do want this group to be interactive. I want you guys to post in the feed one goal that you can be doing for the next 2 weeks that is going to help you get one step closer to that 3-month wish, that place that you want to be. So, whether it's I want to have one party, post that in the feed, or I want to do 2 exposures, whatever it is that you want to improve, that you think that you are capable of doing, I want you to post it. And then I want you to do it. And next time we talk, we'll ask, like, how did you do? So listen, if you don't get to do your 2 exposures, if that's what you want to do, that's okay. But I just want people to kind of be posting it, be held accountable for it, and be acknowledging it. Don't go crazy and say, like, I'm going to do 10 exposures a day for the next 2 weeks, because you're not. So do something, think of something small that you can do and post it in the group. And don't, compare yourself to what somebody else is doing. Like, oh, she said she was going to do, 2 RRPs and 3 three-way calls. That's fine. Let that person do that. But I want us to be, like, encouraging each other, and kind of, like, hold each other accountable. But by no means is it a competition. And I want you to set, like, kind of realistic things that you will actually stick to. And that's the whole purpose of this book. Like, there's no point of reading this book and soaking it all in if we don't start, applying it. So think about, post within either tonight or by tomorrow, because if we don't do it by tomorrow, we're going to forget about it. Post one goal that you can do for the next 2 weeks. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. And then, like I said, next time we talk, we'll kind of, address those things and kind of maybe rate ourselves, and see how we're doing. But it is those little baby steps, and it's going to get us one step closer. And I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. It's just a really good place to start. So next up, kind of along the lines of the books, if you guys haven't, which you probably all do, but if you don't have a planner yet, I want you guys to get a planner. And I want us to kind of get used to the habit of planning tomorrow, the night before, or whatever, whether you do it on your lunch break, whatever is a good time for you to take 5 minutes planning tomorrow. I want you to kind of plan your week, your things that you have to do during the week, and then planning your month. But I also want you guys to kind of keep in mind to be realistic. It doesn't have to be jam-packed, and I want you guys to schedule family time, like things that are important to you. And then I want you to kind of implement, like we talked about before, the 3 must-dos, and writing that in your planner the night before, and a time that it's going to be accomplished by. Like I was saying earlier that, things that I like to do in the morning to get my day started off right is like to go to the gym and to meditate, and I listen to personal development every morning, usually when I'm getting ready. Those are not my 3 must-dos. They're not. So those are, well, I must do them, but I want you to write down your 3 must-dos for this business. So those are like part of my everyday thing, so they don't really count. So just write down 3 things, your musts, whether it's a follow-up or getting a sample out, kind of getting ahead of your day and planning it the night before. And it's crazy, but it does work, and it makes it so much easier. It kind of lets your brain, God, what was the part of the book? Oh, I don't know if you guys, this really hit me because it was like a server thing, but they were saying how, like, if a server has a bunch of tabs open, they can remember it all, and they can remember like who owes what and blah 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 because they need to. And as soon as the tab is closed out, like they can forget about it. So same type of thing with this. Like if you can write down those things, you can put it aside. So your brain is able to focus on other things. I was like, that was like, oh my gosh, like it's literally like clearing up space. So that really kind of struck me just because as a bartender, I've remembered freaking 100 orders like at once because I had to. But it's nice when you don't have to. So when you write those things down, it kind of frees up space. Queer, but makes sense. So that being said, okay, so I'm bad. I know I set up these groups for Thursdays. 2 Thursdays from today, my husband and I are going to see Justin Timberlake. I'm so excited in Toronto. So I can't do 2 Thursdays, which is March 15th. So I'm hoping we can do Tuesday again that week, which is March 3rd. So 2 weeks from today. Again, I'll post it in the group. And super sorry that I told everybody it would be Thursdays, and here I had to move to. So in 2 Tuesdays, we will hopefully you guys can read chapters 4, 5, and 6 of the book. Come up with one simple thing, post it in the group that we can be doing, one goal that we want to accomplish, and planning tomorrow today, and planning out our weeks and writing the three most important. Sound good?
Yep.
Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah, what's the book?
The book is, it's backwards, isn't it?
No.
Organized. Nope. Organized tomorrow.
Today
All right.
by Jason Selk.
Jason Silk.
I should post this in the feed too. So, which I really love about this book. I mean, if you guys want to share like any like takeaways, but that it is not like the whole book is like we're not trying to overwhelm you. We're trying to give you ideas, and you take one thing and change it. So they have like 8 concepts, and it's like just pick one that you are likely to do and stick with. It's basically this. You have a goal, you have a plan, you put one foot in front of the other to get yourself there. And I say all the time, like if you want to lose 50 pounds, you can't do that without losing 5 first. So it's like just see to the next step, and then from there move on. So I already planned. I already did my planner, so I thought, oh, I'm really not going to get anything out of this. And it's, what David Byrd teaches, and I don't really need to read this book. And then I started, and I was like, this is actually really good. So, Joe, there's no quiz on the book. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you're going to get the same thing out of it. So don't feel like you have to read 6 chapters because you don't. There's not going to be a quiz on it. But definitely get started. It's really good, and it makes a lot of sense. So if you can, get your hands on it. I went to Barnes and Nobles, but you can get it at Amazon, or even though some local libraries will have it too. Of course, mine didn't. But, did anybody else have anything they want to share from the book, or anything, or not really? This is too late for you guys, isn't it?
Carolyn, it is a really good book. I have to say, it's helped me, like, it's put a spin on really focusing. I feel like I hamster in a wheel half the time, like, everything that you need to get done, start running,
Yes!
and you don't, and you get, like, the day's over, and I'm like, all right, well, now I got to start again tomorrow, but
Yes!
plan the day ahead, and then, like, breaking things down, it tells you to break it down into smaller pieces to get it accomplished. It's
I feel the same way.
So
I feel the same way, and it's really like working smarter, not harder. And even though you feel like you're busy all day, and then at the end of the day, you're like, gosh, like I feel like you said, I gotta start over tomorrow. I didn't get anything done. Just getting, and it's like totally guilty as charged, right? If I have something on my to-do list that I really don't feel like doing, I'll put it off. And now, like I'm making it a point to get that done and out of the way, so I can focus on other things. And it's been awesome. So yeah, I totally agree. The book is way better, and it makes a lot of sense. It's better than I thought it was going to be. and I like it. So, and that's
too.
like the whole idea of this whole core group, like to get us all to the next level, to get us all to where we want to be. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be NMD. You're going to have to get to director, to senior director, to executive director. So we're going to do that one step at a time. Duh, makes perfect sense. Like, gosh, it's awesome. So, yeah, I like it a lot. It kind of goes right hand in hand. All right. Anybody else? Anything? Any concerns? Like I said, if anybody has any, if you guys want to hear more or talk, talk more about the Mark and Tammy thing, totally open to doing that. Let me know if you guys need anything. And don't forget to post in the group something that we can, reasonable, that we can be doing in the next 2 weeks. Sound good?
Thank you, Carolyn.
Good.
All right. Good night, people. Go to bed.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Buenas tardes.